Fuck off now, bitch. I only wanted to sit down for a moment, do you know what I mean? Because the pain levels. But instead I got the state phoning me up, trying to harass me, probing, telling me what to do. You can all stay out there, I haven't even finished making my bed yet. Got the first load on the thingy though. So, what did I say yesterday about the spying on my computer and my smartphone from the moment I got up yesterday? And I was being very specific in what I did and painted a picture for the state. So, that was their response, wasn't it, this morning, checking on my mental health, see if they need to section me. Now, what did I say yesterday about the Investigatory Powers Act, section, imprison or kill? What did I say about that yesterday? Alright, anyway, that's on there anyway. I'll let you have a quick look at that. Fuck off. Go and lay down on your bed, bitches. Go on, fuck off. Not in the mood for it today, I'm busy. Cleaning up after you dirty cunts. I just want to sit down and relax for a minute. Now I've caught up. My bedding's in the washing machine now. No idea. Before you ask. So I'll just check my bed head before I pan the camera. Or flip the camera screen round. Right. The pain level is such at the moment that I'm just having a second Nefapam. I'm waiting for that to kick in. While keeping an eye on the weather and my SLI output. Like I said to the woman as well, it was probing for the information last night. How many have I got left of these? Right, so I've got to phone the doctor up and get some more of these anyway. Pain level's too serious in my hip at the moment. I can't do a goddamn thing about it. So, just what I needed last night, rolling up fucking carpets and bringing the carpet in here. Moving the TV, moving the computer, all before I went to bed last night. Just what I fucking needed. And then kicking a dog shit up the hallway from the dirty cunts out in the hallway there. So I separated the boys from the girls last night, just put a barrier in between them in the hallway. Put my boys on their clean bedding. That has been cleaned for the last month on the floor down there, hasn't it? Put their little white rug up. That one there, underneath their bedding. Moved it all out the way this morning to mop the hallway. Still clean bedding. Yeah. So the boys got rewarded with a nice cuddle this morning. Bitches got left in the hallway with all the shit and piss and left in their own filth until I could open the back door and let them out in the garden before I could clean the shit and piss up. Yeah? While someone's just watching me do it all. And then texting me from the other room saying, like, I'm going in a minute, as if to say, do you want to clean the shit and piss up so I can leave? Yeah, cheers for your help, son. Bye. You just watch me suffer and fucking watch me get in a mood from the pain levels. But you just sit there and fucking relax, eh? And talk to me like a piece of shit. So yeah, I was in a fucking foul mood last night. Fucking evil mood last night. Was trying very, very hard not to be fucking going over that line last night. So when the neighbours was outside slamming the doors, creating the dog and the shit piss in the hallway for my son to hear, yeah, and I'd already told him, well, that's why they're territory marking in my hallway. And then I had to go out in the hallway to move everything from the front room last night. Only wanted to sit down at the end of an hard day and watch a bit of football, do you know what I mean? Put my feet up on my own sofa. You know what I mean? So there you go. That's why I was in an evil fucking mood. Can you hear the peace in my house now? Dogs ain't taking the piss, are they? No, it's just staying well the fuck away from me at the moment. Quite rightly so. When I put their quilt back over the top of the clean quilt that I'm just going to put on, clean quilt cover, the boys can come in here and have a cuddle. The girls ain't coming in here. Until they learn not to piss and shit in the house. Oh dear, how are we doing on that? Right, let's go and get back the charger. Oh dear. While I wait for this to fucking kick in properly. Get out of the way. It's not that one. Why did I throw the other fucking one last night? Oh, what's in a fucking foul mood? Probably on here. If you're going to play, just play happily out there, please. I'm busy. That's one. Looks like a vape charger size. Let's see if it works first. If it's a dud lead. No, fucked up lead. That one can get thrown out. That one looks like it. Yep, that's the one. Oh dear. Oh dear. So I'm really bad indigestion. What? You wait until I made my bed first. Let me sort this out. Could be taking stomach liners, couldn't I? Easier to just lay on your side and open your stomach vent though, isn't it? It's another less chemical, another form of state medication and less chemicals in my body, isn't it? Right, Marnie, I can hear them, so just be good there, mate. I can hear what the girls are doing. One's just made the other one yelp. So they're gnawing on each other, fucking about still. Trying to dominate each other. One's coming into season and the other one's getting all jealous because she's the more dominant one. So she's putting the one that's coming into season in place, in her place. Because she keeps getting Marnie all rrred up. Yeah, I know, they're trying to manipulate you boys now to all get in here. Not happening. So Marnie, be quiet. Just sit there and be good while I settle down for 5 minutes, please. Yeah, I know, stop tittle-tattling. Enough! You've had your dinner. You've been out. Yeah, I know you want to come in here and check on my PTSD. behave yourself. Get them bitches under control. So yeah, brutally honest video this morning. If anyone complains about it, it's only a diary entry, isn't it? I was very, very clear yesterday about my smartphone and my computer. So I'm being very specific while I know it's like that. Anyone not paying attention to it, obviously, what's going to happen if they're saying the wrong thing? That's right, blows up in their face, doesn't it? Marnie, come up this end. Marnie, come out. Now, or are you controlling the bitches? Just turn around and bite her, Hulkster, if you want to, mate. I know you don't like having your legs chewed on, do you, buddy? See, the girls are trying to manipulate the boys into being naughty, so I get up and go out there. And the one that's trying to do it is the dominant one. But Hulkster's completely ignoring his bitch at the moment. Because she's a pissy, shitty little fucker. And he don't even like sleeping with her. It's like, see what I have to fucking put up with. That's what it was like when he had to share a crate with her. Poor little fucker. Kept me awake all night snoring. Fucking shit and piss in the crate. He looked bewildered when he got out of his crate in the morning with her. Fucking hell. Now Marnie's controlling the bitches now. Oh dear. I don't need to phone my doctor yet. No matter if I get sent text in the morning telling me to fill out a COPD questionnaire online. Well, no, I'll come in the fucking surgery and you do it for me, innit? That's what doctors get paid for. I don't do it online, do I? Because that would be capita, wouldn't it? If they tell me when they want me down there for the appointment, I can get there now, can't I? Without any walking. And I don't have to lock it up outside. All I've got to do is fold it up and take it indoors. take it in the surgery with me. And then it'll officially be put down as my mobility scooter. Just to shut the fucking idiots up who say they ain't street legal. It's got lights, it's got brakes. How's that any different to a mobility scooter? It's limited to the same speed. So there you go, it's got a horn on it, innit? Everything works. So there you go. Yeah, I know, you've done good, Marnie. Well done. Good boy. I'll put the quilt cover on in a minute. Just laying down for a minute while I sort out my indigestion and my fucking pain levels. So if they pissed and shit out there again, Marnie, I'm just going to rub their noses in it this time. They've only just come in from the garden. Play happily, you was barking to come in, wasn't you? You could have done that out in the fresh air, couldn't you? Oh well, the indigestion's shifting. Just waiting for the big fart. It's coming up the other way without indigestion now, so it'll only be a matter of time. Now the stomach vent's open. Oh. That's just to wash the meds down. Right. Yeah, I heard about an XL bully the other day. Someone told me about. Someone had already been moaning about it. I just sort of towed to myself. Yeah, anyway, apparently the police came round, measured the dog. Obviously wasn't registered. So they took it straight to the vets and put it down. Well, the two that are supposed to be XLs in here are registered, and the two stuffies don't need registering because they're terriers. Not bullies, which means bulldogs. There you go. I'm trying to move the batteries out of the way now. Fuck off, bitches. What? Said I'm putting my quilt cover on. Get the fuck off, you little shit eaters. You ain't coming in here because you've been laying in your own filth, haven't you? I'm just putting something on my bed. Clean. Yeah, got to carry on doing my chores, haven't I? Let's just fill my vape up. Can wash the quilt soon as well. Now the weather's getting a bit better. Oh dear. Right, fill the vape up. That's what I was going to do. There's a bit of menthol in there this morning, I think. Oh. Oh dear. Well, as soon as I've got my fence obligation all up and running to comply with their license for the XL, it's got to have secure property. I'm getting pissed off with people fence hopping, fucking about with my security cameras to play mind games with my PTSD. So if there's the XLs out in the garden, or if there's me that comes out there and catches someone once those fences up, it'd be good compost, won't it? Shall we say? Other than that, I ain't going to worry about it, because the authorities know all about it, about what's been going on, because they've been monitoring my sites, haven't they? And watching my diary entries, because my social medias are only electronic diary entries. So I'm just recording the first video of the day. Started off with a bit of juggalo music first thing. Bit of shadow work. Knock it off. Hey! Calm it down. Marnie. Good boy. Is it the bitches? Yeah. All right. No, I'm just blocking you from getting in, blocking in. There you go. You stay down and behave yourself. Then you won't get into trouble, and the girls, if I can hear them growling still, I can deal with them. You sit there like you was good at that in that little blocked off bit last night. Do you want me to put your bed down so you can lay down on that? It's nice and clean, isn't it, for you? And then you don't have to jump on my bed. The bitches have got their fucking clean bedding after I do mine. Move. Move in there. Go in there. Go in there. Move. Move, silly. Get out my way. Yeah. Yeah, no. You can lay on your bed there. Bitches can start the hallway. Stay there. Just put your clean bedding down because you didn't fill up your bedding, did you? You go and lay over there. Move. Get out my way. Move. 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 There you go. Lay down on your bed. That's it. Good boys. Move. Lay down on your bed then, both of you. You be good there. Lay down. That's it. Fuck off. Go and lay down. Go and lay in the sunshine down there. Go on, fuck off. Fuck off. Go and lay down. Go and lay down. Trying to let the air around the house, okay? Yeah, you can look at the boys all fucking, why are they on a bed? Well, there's your bed, look at it. Your bed's got what on it? Because you keep shitting and pissing and then walking it all over your bedding. You ever tried telling a woman they're wrong? That's the look you usually get, isn't it? Truth be told. So I need some foot concrete gravel boards. I need 1, 2 of them just to start that off. And then I can get the first 2 bits up, first 2 panels. So 2 concrete gravel boards. So my brain's not working properly. I'm just trying to work out the height of the fence in my head. It's just not happening. Right, 2 foot gravel boards. Four-foot panels. Just for outside the where the shed's going. Gravel board's going to be sunk into the ground though, because the concrete base is going up against them for the edging. And then four-foot panels, close board panels, and then a foot trellis on the top of it. So it's going to be sunk down a foot, the gravel boards, so the dogs can't dig under it, and nor can rats or anything else, or whatever brings the fleas and ticks in the garden, like hedgehogs and stuff like that, so stop them getting under the fence. And then bit by bit, panel by panel, work up the fence line. So bit by bit, I'm achieving all my goals. Working around my disability, doing my own thing. And the government's paying me to do it, because they forced the rules on me that's making me spend those provisions on that. If you see what I mean. Sort out my electric bill this payment cycle as well, and then I'm all up to date on that. Fill my freezers up, get me medical cannabis all set up and running with the doctor's full blessing. But no, it's not time to drop the antidepressants yet and that, because it's keeping my PTSD moods all in check. And so are the nefapams. But I have to use the nefapams with the cannabis as well, because they're not quite strong enough, and I can't take more than I need to of the nefapams, if you see what I mean. And I don't trust the state enough to cut me open and start fucking about with my insides, so nah. I have to live with my disability. Not allowed to travel abroad to heal, am I? Because it's all about making me suffer in this country. State torture. But there again, that's how they created an evil army to expand the empire, wasn't it? By treating people in such ways and then giving them an enemy to fight. When really, the enemy was always in this country. So there you go. Nearly time for that eclipse anyway, isn't it? The good energy you put out is the good energy you get back. The good you do in life is the good you get back. My karma's all level. Paid for everything that I've done wrong. So I'll watch how I act. If I don't feel like I need to interact with people because they just set me up, then I stay out that equation and let them fuck themselves up, instead of drawing me into their stupid little setups. While getting punished for warning them all. Behave yourselves, that's going on. Okay then, don't listen then. That's how you end up losing in life. Oh dear, I need enough coffee. Right, let's see how the old start refocusing my mind a bit. What we got here? What's that? Strictly Dub.
How to protect your house and family from dangerous intruders without a shotgun. The game-changing answer has just arrived. In the UK, people are now turning to an affordable, subscription-free and
Well, very welcome to this video. It's Friday,
What they
the
fuck about
5th
with.
of April. Now, today's video is remarkably easy to understand, but difficult to watch. If you're anything like me, you'll be struggling to retain control. It's about a court in the United Kingdom. Yeah, that's right, the United Kingdom, Great Britain, land of the free, home of the brave, where a mother is being dragged through the court system because she refused to have her son vaccinated for the COVID vaccine 3 years ago. And when you watch this, you may consider this is absolutely outrageous state overreach. But I'll let you make your own decision on that. Now let's look at some of the detail here. Now this is the title. Should I decide if my vulnerable adult son has a COVID vaccine, not a judge? Sarah, her instinct to protect Tom, a 24-year-old son with complex medical conditions, could be overridden by one of Britain's most powerful courts. This is the Court of Protection. Now, Sarah and Tom
never heard of that one.
And of course, we protect
Must be a military type court
but this is
to do with quinetics.
And it's interesting, the Daily Telegraph is one of the, probably actually the only media outlet in the UK to question the current narrative and question the overreach of the state, which is quite encouraging. Many other medias do, of course, but this is pretty mainstream stuff. So do check that out for yourselves. They should be trying to, they should be proving to us that it's safe, not me trying to prove that it isn't, says Sarah, the mother. All I've ever wanted to be is a great mother and protect my son. And the son, Tom, is 23 years old, but has the mental capacity of a 18-month-old. And Sarah, the mum, has looked after this son.
So they want to kill it off with
COVID
vaccine,
my
yeah?
state, the United Kingdom, is dragging her through the court system. It's just really, we won't get mad.
Wasn't that what Hitler did with the disabled and the...
Right. He's got a congenital heart condition. That means
just saying.
A chromosomal condition called partial
before he started on the Jews.
So you probably know that you're supposed to have 2 of each chromosome. If you have apart from the X and the Y, which are
those that don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
Females have X. But the other ones are in pairs, and if you've got a partial trisomy, that means you've got a bit of an extra chromosome, which of course is abnormal. Partial trisomy 13 syndrome. Now, Sarah, dared to question whether COVID-19 vaccine was safe for her vulnerable son, is a quote. Nearly 3 years on, the quarter protection.
So
whether for the greater
forcing
good for Tom and
COVID
society will be
vaccines
served
now
by
on
him
the
being
disabled
injected.
to get rid of them.
Sorry, did it say greater good? I thought vaccine was to protect the individual, not for some greater societal good.
Oh.
You might have different views, of course, but I tend to doubt it. Medical interventions are given to help the individual. What are they talking about here? It's already getting pretty confusing and concerning. The implications of this case are huge. I don't know quite how it works with a court of protection, but the British legal system works on precedent.
Sacks, gophers and Nazis.
If the law is passed, if a court decides one thing, then that is precedent.
So are their government.
You can see the implications of this are somewhat disconcerting. I would have thought.
By their actions, they're now being...
So be serving him and whether it's for the greater good for Tom and society. Yeah. Incredible. Despite complex medical conditions, Sarah says, claims the state is being heavy-handed. Let me think about that. Is the state being heavy-handed? Yeah, it probably is, actually. Let me know what you think. I just think it's just incredible. It's absolutely outrageous. This is a mother we're talking about here. State is being heavy-handed, insisting that it knows better than the mother. Yes, Tom had all his childhood vaccinations, so no one can claim that Sarah is anti-vax because Tom has had all of his childhood vaccinations. Not good enough.
Who
Apparently,
killed Sarah?
The British state. Her fear about the vaccine, mRNA suitable with multiple pathology. Dentist, it needs antibiotics.
Murdered
because of his
my
heart condition,
father?
it needs antibiotics. Quite a few people with heart conditions need antibiotics because bacteria from the mouth can go to the heart. It just shows she needs to monitor the son's condition, medical condition, very carefully. In 2021, Tom contracted COVID twice and recovered quickly.
Who tried to have me
Now, if he had
murdered?
COVID twice in 2021, would that mean he had some degree of natural immunity?
Who have I
for example, as opposed
disowned?
to the transient mono or biclonal
No
immunity
contact.
of the vaccine. I would have thought so. Well, of course he would. Anyway, Sarah repeatedly asked medical professionals. I went to the GP to talk about my concerns. I explained that I was worried there was a possibility the vaccine could cause myocarditis or pericarditis in a young man. Of course, there's a risk the vaccine could cause myocarditis or pericarditis, especially in that age group, especially with that medical condition. I would have thought Mum's fears were remarkably justified. Now, at the end of our chat,
myocarditis and pericarditis affecting the heart. So it's all about weakening the heart, weakening the heart, so someone can attack the heart
this is a registered
through fear
in the United Kingdom,
projection
carrying out medical
through the
interventions because
media.
he needed to tick a few boxes for agencies, whatever that means. Now, a few days later, social worker turned up at the doorstep and a physiotherapist, both questioned about why Tom had not yet had the vaccine. I felt they should be proving to us that it's safe, not me trying to... They should be trying to prove that it's safe, not me trying to prove it is not safe, said the mum. I agree with Sarah completely.
So they're trying to get
I'm just wondering then, so the
a
GP
parent's
clearly grassed up the
permission
social worker and
through
the physiotherapist
coercion and fear
without consent. I wonder if that's breach
for
of
her to affect
confidentiality.
the child.
When you go to your doctor, would you like to know that what is being discussed is confidential? I would have thought so. People
That would be
turning up
like
at the door
South East
asking questions.
Legal Services
Quite incredible. Anyway, it gets worse.
forcing me into prison.
Court summons. So this poor
Wouldn't
woman had
it?
been through all this stress, looked after this unfortunate child, 18-month-old mental age, and she's been through all this, and then the state decides to give her a court summons. And remember, we're not talking about some obscure country that exploits the wilderness here. We're talking about Great Britain here. This is in the north of England. We're not talking about a dictatorship. We're not talking about a fascist state. We're talking about Great
you've
Britain.
got to wait.
This is, to me, ominous. Let me know what you think. court summons signalling the
Mine
beginning of a
reacted the way I thought he would do.
legal tussle with the state.
Oh,
Judge
I've got to
Burrows
turn back
apparently said it's a
over on
legal
the side.
impasse.
It's this hip joint.
Well, sure, I agree, Judge, actually. I think it's a slam dunk, clear-cut case.
I made it crunch
Should be
last night and
discharged
the pain
immediately,
level
I would
went
have
straight
thought,
down.
and the mother's wishes respected. And the mother, as the expert on her son, respected, admired, thanked, and compensated. I don't really think it's an impasse at all.
Oh, so the mother gets the money
That's just me.
for what the
You might
state
have
does
your own
to the
opinion.
son? Oh, I see how
On the
that's
advice
going
given
then.
to clinicians, on the advice given to clinicians by effectively the UK.
So the mother
government.
gets paid
So it
by
thinks
the
it's an impasse
state
because
for
of this. Right, Sarah says the risks posed by the vaccine were unclear and may be
for
significant.
fucking the son up and possibly
At that
killing
age,
the son at
that
the end of it.
predisposition, yeah, I would have thought Sarah's.
Oh, there you go. Here's some money for your child that we made you kill.
Judge Burrows again, Tom's in a high-risk group.
Right.
Evidence that the vaccines do give protection against serious illness and death. Well, maybe in early 2020. I'm not sure about now. In fact, I don't think it does now. Whether Tom may have made an altruistic decision to receive the vaccine to protect the community at large. Sorry. This is implying that the vaccines stop transmission.
Implying. Remember
and we
that
now
word.
know that the vaccines were never tested to stop transmission in the clinical trials. And any reduction in transmission is absolutely minimal and transient. What the heck are they talking about here?
It's legal language.
Protecting society.
Yeah. The dominant members of society.
Let's go on, we'll stick to the
For
facts.
1%.
Tom may have made the altruistic decision to protect the community at large. This smacks of vaccinate your children to protect granny. And this myth that the vaccine would block transmission. Right. In other words, Tom might have behaved like a responsible citizen and considered the effect of his decision on other people if he had made the decision for themselves. But the vaccine is not stopping transmission. What are they talking about?
Good job my name ain't Tommy then, isn't it?
It's in Tom's best
Nor
interest
will
to
I
receive
be
the
called
vaccine, the
Tommy
judge
because I'm
thinks.
unfit to work
So
or
the judge
serve.
thinks it's in Tom's best interest to receive the vaccine. Well, I thought judges were legally trained. I would have thought deciding whether to receive a vaccine or not is a medical decision.
No, they're
Next
crown
time I want
mouthpieces,
some
mate.
medical advice, do I go and see a lawyer? Next time I want some legal advice, do I go and see a doctor? Next time I want my electrics fixed, do I go to a bricklayer?
Do you know what I mean?
Next time I want some engineering work done, do I go to the gardener? Next time I want some gardening advice, do I go to an engineer? This is preposterous. Bricklayers don't fix wires, electricians don't lay bricks. And yet this judge appears to be giving medical advice. I mean, no one's saying the judge is being leaned on by higher powers.
Oh, no, they
We
wouldn't
assume
do
the
that,
judge
would
is making
they?
his own decisions.
They wouldn't close the court, deny you witnesses in court,
Court battle is still going on.
allow corruption to win in the court of law from the state
So
side,
far, they've raised £35,000 and Sarah spent
damage
£25,000
the person more
So Sarah, having looked after
when he was telling the
this
truth
poor
all
boy
along.
all his life, 18-month
They wouldn't do that, would they?
has now
'Cause
had
it's
to
not
spend
corrupt, is it?
£25,000 of her savings protecting her son.
And the
From
fine
the
I
power of
had
the
to pay
British
was
state.
exactly the same as the COVID
What is happening to our countries?
COVID relief fund, what
Yeah.
the council in this city claimed for me
An expert professor,
without me ever
world
catching
expert in
COVID.
trisomy 21, told the court the vaccine could pose a threat to Tom. Well, that should
And then
be automatic
pocketed it all
dismissal
through
of
the
case,
council
course,
tax.
with compensation and full apology. But no, it's still going on.
Oh,
So as if Sarah's word, as if Mum's word wasn't enough, we've now got a professor and an expert saying it's not enough. It seems some legal people know better.
and now I've got to go to the town hall for an appointment or
Why
go
would they do
to my
that?
doctor's for the appointment.
I'm just trying to struggle. Why would they do that? What possibly could be the
Maybe the
motivation?
council,
Most actions have a motivation.
since they caused it, are doing the problem
Very strange.
reaction solution thing.
Let
And
me
my
know what you
doctor's
think.
actually doing
If the court
the
ultimately
medical
orders
side
that
of
Tom
it
should be
properly.
vaccinated,
How about
any
that
attempts
for
by
a
his mother to
thingy?
prevent that happening could culminate in her being
Because I've
jailed
logged it
or assets being
all
seized.
properly
This
with my
poor woman
doctor.
could be put in a situation where she has to choose between the health
Said, yeah,
of
the
child.
state's playing games
Go
with
to
their new
prison.
revenue stream.
That should not happen
Not getting
in
any
my
help for it,
country,
so
in my view.
kept
Okay,
moving
what do I do?
appointments about, moving them from city
State's
to
obviously
city
knows
to make me
better.
travel when I'm struggling to get
Our government
about.
is simply to comply, isn't it?
Yeah. Now they want to come and have a
Particularly
chat
at the
with
right
me in the
time.
town hall for exposing their corruption. Because
So,
I'm mad, I am. No one listened to
well, it's
me.
currently a fit, well young man with no comorbidities and he takes no medication. His risk from COVID now is negligible. The injection could potentially colour injure him. Yeah, that sounds reasonable to me. He was given the vaccine.
Oh, I got an injection. Damaged me, didn't it? For a blood test.
An adverse reaction, of course.
In prison, where they put me after setting me up.
Intricate and personalised
Causing circulation problems now, which was designed to do what?
Until he's 24, despite trisomy 13, often
Kill me
resulting in
slowly.
limitation.
More state torture.
This woman should be rewarded, acknowledged, and thanked, not put through this must be intolerable stress, I would have thought. For the judge to believe that Tom would take it for the sake of others.
How are we doing? Nearly an hour.
Denies the possibility that there was any risk at all to Tom.
I'll upload it then.
I would think he'd protect his own life by not taking it. So having lived with Tom for 24 years, having carried him in her uterus for 9 months, I would have thought she knows best. But the state would seem to have other views on this. All I've ever wanted is to be a great mother.
Of course, the mother wouldn't protect the son, would she, if she thought she was going to be exposed? She would do the exact opposite, wouldn't she, to protect herself?
This is from...
if you see what I mean.
Always astute Dr. Claire Craig. The court is meant to make decisions.
So that's why the choice I made was the right one that my father gave me.
Arguments about protecting others. That goes against all principles of medical ethics. The vulnerable have no duty to protect society. That goes against all principles of medical ethics. The vulnerable have no duty to protect society. I want to believe if it wasn't in the reputable paper that's checked this out thoroughly. Let me know what you think. I mean, ominous intrusions of state and potentially international power are a threat. I feel, and this is going to be a. Let's hope this isn't a potentate of that. Give me your views, and
my son asked me last night while he was watching.
But for now, thank you for watching.
Yeah, while I was in that sort of pain and that last night. He said, "You're in a funny mood, didn't you?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Pain levels." I said, leaning forward, trying to sort the fucking football out after they fucked about the computer. I was very clear in what I posted first thing this morning. That was yesterday. I said I achieved everything that I needed to achieve today, except for the washing up. That was still sitting there in the sink. Because I just needed to sit down for a little while. I was in that much pain and just distract myself with a bit of football. While the medication was taking effect and working. I said tomorrow I'm going to be in bed most of the day, I think. I said because I knew moving all that stuff about last night was going to fuck me up. So I've got my chores done, what I needed to do this morning. I'm feeling as though I need to go to sleep for a little while and have a nap. Now the medication's kicking in. Let's have a look at how the weather's looking. Yeah, shut up, Marnie. I'm just watching how the weather's going. Looking okay for a couple of hours. Shut the fuck up. We've got a new earthquake. 5th. What's the date today? The 5th. Lancashire. 1.7 at 2:28 in the morning. App Lee Bridge, Lancs.
Germany 24 in one multifunction screwdriver set. It is the highest performing practical tool in the world. It connects all the dismantling and repairing desires of boys. It includes 24 selected precision screwdriver heads, suitable for various types of screws. Easily handle repairs. No rust, no deformation. One set can be used for 20 years. Magnetic adsorption design. Firmly adsorbed in the slot of the box. It won't fall off no matter how much it shakes. It is also convenient to carry when going out. 6-sided non-slip handle. Top rotary design. Makes daily use more effortless. Fixing glasses, braces, children's toys, and household appliances are all a breeze. There is no more suitable common tool for home use than this, and the price is also very cheap. Order now and receive a 30-year warranty. Hurry up and grab it.
And that's why as soon as the earthquake hit, I got shut down. I didn't know I was shut down. You guys all got shut off. I kept talking for 10 minutes till I realized I'm off. Then ding, the earthquake shows up on Earthquake 3D. Then ding, it goes around the world. It hits all their news sources. Everybody knows about it. Then ding, my stream comes back on without me having to do anything. And I'm none the wiser until you guys tell me that I'm off. Then I realized that the whole thing shut off, and I'm limited to 200 viewers out of 700,000. Or 650.
Wow.
650,000 subscribers or whatever, and I'm losing 200 people because they literally shut it off and are limiting the number of people that are here. This is firsthand from somebody who works at Google. So Google's tied to, or Alphabet, I mean, somebody who works at Alphabet who's tied and are viewers, but they're tied to the bigger company, and they're letting me know why they think this is why that's happening. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think they're lying. You'd have to tell me that every single time my stream gets shut off and I get limited to 200 viewers. Guys, okay, I was streaming music last night at 3 in the morning and I had like 1,000 people in here. So for my stream to get shut off when the earthquake hits, and I don't know, and then it comes back on and there's 200 people and it's limited to 200 to 300 people. This is your government, dude. This is your or 400 people now. There's 400, but still. Literally at 3 a.m. and I'm playing obscure 80s music and there's 1,000 people in here. When nothing's
energy's moving across.
So to get shut off and come back at 200 and now go up to 4, obviously they're waiting for this to hit the news. What time is it? 7 a.m.
Advance waves already gone up the English energy path to Iceland.
Before it's going to be on YouTube. They'll let it reach 400 people. I'm going to stop the stream and just start it over. That's what I'm going to do. People are, they don't know I'm live, so there's kind of no point to sit here and wait. I was waiting for people to come join, but nobody knows I'm even on because they didn't get a notice that I'm live. Oh, what kind of world is this? So I will end the stream. This is going to be me shutting off the stream, though, which is different. I have to click a few things, and it takes 10 seconds. So
Just watching the alerts while he readjusts. Liked and shared it for him. So wait and see if it comes back on the same link or whether a new alert comes out. Just while I lay here in silence. Window open, air in the house out. Right, let's put my quilt cover on then while that's doing. And then I'll get the earthquake stream back up and lay in bed with that on while the washing dries outside. Everything else can wait until I've sorted myself out. Yay! Thank God it's Friday. The hip joint is really crunchy and popping. There you go. So when the pain level, when it crunches and cracks and goes back into place, that's when the sickening feeling comes on, and then all the pain starts to settle down and the muscles then start relaxing. But it's right in the hip ball joint. I've got a shrinking hip joint on that side with arthritis in it as well, by the feel of it, because that's bone on bone crunching. Yes, you can come and check on me in a minute. Everything's fine, Marnie. It's just pain level, not PTSD. More concerned about pain levels triggering the SLI at the moment. There you go, starting to relax now. As the muscles are starting to relax as well from the nephapams, I can feel everything just sort of, while I'm putting pressure on that bit there, I can feel stuff relaxing in the bottom bit of the joint there and just clicking back into place. So I'm going to keep the pressure on there for a minute and just lay still. There comes the dust cart, so I might get a bit of piss or shit down that end of the hallway, but it won't be from the boys. There you go, it's just clicked back in again. Further down the leg, that'll be the femur bit of the leg. There you go, now my knee's clicking. It's going further down the leg, is it? It's all coming from that hip joint. There's the hip joint at the back of the leg going again. So it's nerve damage down that leg, because it's twanging the nerves and the tendons back into place. Now the pain level's been straightened up and popped back into place. Nothing I can do about it, I just have to do it this way. This is the only way it seems to. Next, the state want to check out my ankle. There you go, you just saw my leg move then, yeah? without me moving it. My right leg. That's just as it clipped back into place a little bit more. All I've done today is hung a bit of washing out on the line. And mopped out the hallway and putting the next load of washing on. I don't need to phone my doctor right now because, you know, I've got the medication to get on with, haven't I? I'll phone my doctor up when I'm getting low on the medication and ask to come in for an appointment so I can be checked. I don't need to book any appointments with the mental health team to do with the PTSD, because I'm going to be discussing all that with the doctor when I go in there. Not going to be doing it over the phone because all my phone lines are being monitored at the moment, aren't they? So I will have no privacy talking to my doctor, will I? And that's how it was during lockdown. No private medical or legal counsel. Closed courts while they rounded up all the political enemies and imprisoned them. Now, why would they do that to an anarchist that believes in no masters or rulers? There you go, let's just click back into place a bit more. Marnie, stop it, please. Yes, I know the bitches are annoying you. It's because they want to get on your nice clean bed and fuck it all up for you. Go and lay down! Ah, there you go. That's the centre of the spine. Just popped. So it's starting to free up now. I've freed up the pain in the left hip. It's now gone to the centre of the spine and the spine to the hip ball joints or the pelvic area has just clicked back into the place. And that's where the sciatic nerve issue to the left hip has been going on. So the spine's starting to correct itself just by the way I'm laying, and gravity's doing the rest by laying on my side and keeping the pressure up, so it also sort of just clicks into place as the spine straightens up. There you go, and that's the back muscles starting to relax now. So it's going up my spine, now up. But I'm laying sort of at an awkward angle, so it can only go up as far as my middle spine, while the muscles relax in the bottom of the spine area. Once I've sorted that bit out, I'll lay flat on my front, hook my toes like that on the end of the bed thing, and then stretch myself out on my front, letting gravity just let everything click back into place after I've moved my neck and head about. So the damaged disc C4 on C4 from the car crash injury releases the pressure in the top of the spine and clicks. Yeah, that was the leg muscle just sort of moving back into place again. So it's nearly ready for me to do the front stretch. As soon as it relaxes enough, then I'll do the full spine stretch. And when I do the head and neck stretch, by fuck is that gonna crack, because all the pressure's being worked up the spine now, so I can release it at the top of the spine. Once it's done, then I should be able to get up and put my fucking quilt cover on and get back into bed with a nice cup of Horlicks. Right, we up and running on the earthquake stream yet? Let's just take my hand off my back for a minute without moving. Let's refresh the page. See if another alert's come up yet to say he's back online. Video unavailable. There's one alert up. Fucking hell. Got to move now. .6 channel.
These are those rhombohedron crystals in your pineal gland. When those crystals become electrically activated, all of a sudden they start calling energy back to them, and they begin to build their own electromagnetic field. We're seeing common people around the world becoming supernatural when they follow this formula. They're healing themselves, they're creating new jobs, new opportunities, and they're having mystical experiences, and they look just like you.
Quickly recap, in case you're just now tuning in, I'm here bitching about being shut down. The earthquake hit, stream got shut down. It refired back up with 100 people in here, guys. 100. Now it's gone up. Now that I'm being freed up again. And I've got word from Alphabet, somebody that works there, that the kibosh is being put on me in particular. They don't want me in particular reporting on earthquakes when they're happening. So it's okay for me to do forecasting now, right?
Can't add nothing
But when the earthquake's happening,
to it.
they
You
don't want
watch.
me. So when the big earthquake hits, they don't want me. There's the earthquake I warned you for. That's what
I just put 3 dots to it.
Now they don't want me getting on and be like, there it is. There's
Just
the
to
one I
prove
warned you
it.
for. It's like not letting the meteorologists come on after they warn you for a severe weather event to come on and report when the severe weather event's hitting that they warned you for.
Let's see if it's got the 3 dots
Well,
above
that's
it.
a step in the right direction, I guess, at least. Baby steps.
Oh, it has today.
Old order baby steps. Okay. Enough ranting from this old man. Let's go ahead and just quickly recap. Deep earthquake means shallow or larger earthquake. I'm going to wait a minute. We'll see if any more people show up in here. If we get above 1,200 people, then I will go. But last night, I had 1,200 people in here when I was just randomly playing music, so... Why 1,200? Well, there's the 1,000 threshold mark. Once you get to about 1,000 people who are watching something, the chances of people repeating the information is more than if there's just a couple hundred. It's just statistics. It's ideally you want to have a few thousand people in your stream. So this is significant. The reason this is significant is the fact that this is a deep earthquake. If this was a shallow earthquake, I probably would just record a quick update or just get on and tell you guys, look, a new upper 6 is hit out here in the ocean. Nobody's really worried about it. But because it's deep, there's the potential for up to a 7.8 to happen now in the next several days. 7 days, 7 to 10 days on the deep earthquakes, but usually within 7 days. So, okay, all right. Enough ranting on the views. Let's go ahead and hit record. And now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to record this, and then I'm going to have to, I think, put the stream on hold to try and upload it at the same time to YouTube. So I will record this fully. You'll see it on the live stream here, but then you will see this back as a video. So let me just...
Little Mods Anonymous. Thank you.
Get going here.
So I'm just moving the pressure up my spine.
Hello everybody again.
There you go. There's the next
7:32
bit
now
clicked.
a.m. Central Time on the 5th of April 2024, and I am actually recording an update here to be played back on YouTube. Long story on why we're having to do that, but let's go ahead and show you what we're looking at here on the screen in case you're not aware.
Going spine disc by spine disc.
Struck in the West Pacific. This is another large earthquake today. It just hit in the past hour and a half. This is on top of the big
and the bottom of the spine's clicking
ago,
freely.
over here at Taiwan.
And each time I
after
do that,
Taiwan, and before this one that just hit, Japan got hit yesterday. With
right, now the final bit of it. This is going to be the painful bit.
53 miles off the coast of Fukushima.
I'm going to film it all though while I'm listening to this, yeah?
On the screen here and get all the other
Let's go full screen while I get comfortable, because I'm...
earthquakes right here. And we're looking at 5.0 and greater, but let's get the 5s out of it.
Bit of bear view over my
I
back,
already
yeah,
measured the distance
while I'm doing that.
Here at Taiwan, directly across over to the 6.8 Mariana Trench.
So I'm just
measured from there at the Mariana Trench Guam, up to Japan. And guess what? It's the same distance, give or take maybe 100 miles. So we're talking 1,500 miles from the 7.4 over to the 6.8 to 7.8.
Everything out my way.
About 1,500 miles up to Japan. Might be 14. And the rings overlap on this. You can kind of spacing on this just by the rings themselves, but we can turn them off. And you'll still see we're at an almost equilateral triangle there. Now look at the arrows. The arrows are going along the plate boundaries. Let me get a USGS recorded earthquake.
Trying to stop the phone falling down the back of the fucking bed.
So I show this all the time. The red lines between the plates, these are where the plates meet up with each other. Think of this more like a crack at the surface that goes all the way down to the underside of the plate. It's where two plates meet up. So the spot we're talking about over here in the Western Pacific attaches to the Pacific plate, separate plate, right here. Here's Taiwan. And the earthquake that just struck was directly across. If you think of this like a spade shape, and it's just at an angle, but it's directly across. If you were to straighten this out north and south, it is direct. It's parallel across from
So I'm just
Taiwan
stretching the spine one way,
and it's about 1,500
and then
miles.
do it the other way as well,
From the 6.8
while it's releasing the shoulder blades pressure.
The earthquake in Japan, well, actually, the earthquake in Japan from yesterday was right here off the coast of Fukushima. This new earthquake up here is a 5. The 6 from yesterday.
So I can feel it all in my spine area, neck spine area.
Well, look what that
Right
is.
at the
That's the north side of the plate boundary.
that bit of the spine there.
North, southwest, southeast. Now, if we go to the far southern tip down here,
that's the
at
shoulder blades
Philippines.
area.
Look what happened yesterday. A swarm outbreak happened down to the south. Let me get the rings out there.
Getting ball cramp in me fucking left arm muscle when I'm trying to do that.
Of 5s took place down in the Philippines. So let's go back to the USGS map. So really,
See, it's causing
Japan,
cramps in my fucking
Guam,
muscles.
Mariana Trench, Taiwan, and Philippines. All sides of the plate boundary swarming with activity. Now, 2 days ago, or a day and a half ago, I issued a forecast for this week, and we're calling for 9 different 6.0 earthquakes and a 7 to strike. A 7 plus. And so far, 2 of the 9 have hit. Japan and Guam. And the forecast was calling for a spread of 6s to spread out from the 7 location. And it's not that this 7 is causing these 6s. It's that this 7 and these 6s and the subsequent earthquakes that are going to happen over the next several days, as indicated in the forecast, are all caused by something else. So the 7 in Taiwan, the 6.8 over here on the Mariana Trench, the 6 up in Japan, and the swarm down in the Philippines on all 4 sides of this plate boundary here are being caused by another force. And that's why it's equidistantly spaced. The force is a wave. It's a giant low frequency, ultra low frequency wave where the peaks are thousands of miles apart. Here's 1,000 miles here, for instance. So 1,500 miles, 1,500 miles, 1,500 miles. The wave peaks are 1,500 miles apart. Think about a wave in an ocean where there's 1,500 miles space between one wave peak and the next.
That's the base of the spine
The wave we're
stretched and
talking about
cracked.
here is down in the plate. It's following these red lines. It's spreading.
Just
And
keep it like
look what
that
it does when it spreads out across a
for a
mass.
moment.
Somewhat equidistantly spaced again. These
So
are
I'm just
small
focusing
earthquakes
on the
up
voice
in
rather
Alaska.
than the pain level.
So we're expecting this to take a huge step up. It already has. We're already at 6.8 on the Mariana Trench, and it's 6 back up at Japan. It's going to carry on and spread up to the north and over to the east. Let's look at the smaller earthquakes. Look what happened. So yesterday, going into today, Alaska got hit, and multiple 5s going across.
Fucking heart attacks are distracting, aren't they?
This is Adelaide, content editor at eToro Academy. She's 10 hours into producing
Fuck off, I ain't
investigative
buying
series.
it. Put the earthquakes back on. Alexa, you dumb cunt.
Adelaide works hard so you can invest better. Discover the eToro Academy, eToro's rich financial education hub tailored for all levels, from stock market introductions to advanced technical analysis, endless trading and investing content, free on any platform. Become a better investor with the eToro Academy. Start today.
And the final bit.
Boundary. Nothing on the north side of Iran.
Toes on the fucking headboard. On the other bit.
Guys should be able to see it. It looks like a flowing river. Goes down to the south through Pakistan, makes a bend through Iran, and back up this way to Turkey. But on the north side, you see it also looks like a two-way.
It didn't go crack, but the pain just shot straight up into the base of my skull.
These are mountains. So something is making the mountains flow like molasses over a long period of time, bend and contort like a river. And what is that? That's the seismic wave. You can even see the wave-like shape of it as it's trying to go around the bend of the plate, bending and breaking the rocks along the way and the faults. I contend to you that it's bent and contorted because of this low-frequency wave that's been traveling through it for so long. Anyway, it goes and breaks on both sides of Iran, the wave, the seismic wave. And it drops off earthquakes along the way, hence the warning. So now that the south has been building...
I can't see the fucking TV on the fucking
the north side up here,
recording. I'm recording at the same time. Let's move it over there so I can see the fucking reflection of the thingy on the telly.
The energy on the south side and the 6 on the north side energy are going to recombine over back here in Turkey, Greece. Let's get back and look at the USGS map. So we have our 5 down south in Iran. We're expecting a 6 in north Iran, Turkmenistan border. Then both come back together here. See how the plate boundary comes out of Iran and goes over to the west? And we're expecting energy.
It's all blurry, I can't fucking see it. I'm near it, but...
That the energy, the wave, comes down and breaks 2 ways.
Probably the camera angle.
Comes back together over at Turkey, Greece. Hence my number 6.5 up to 6.5.
Better, I can see it properly now.
We're also looking for a 5 down in the Gulf of Aden, a 5 in the Red Sea, and a 5 in Israel. Pretty rare. Let's recap. New large earthquake has struck below the West Pacific. And when I say below the West Pacific, it really is. It's down at 200-something kilometers deep. And for the longest time, for many years, I've told you guys, deep earthquakes, shallower, larger earthquakes, pop up next to and spreading out away from the deep earthquakes. How big?
I don't care what that was.
Well, if we have a deep 6.8 in the past, when it's 200 or more kilometers deep, we've seen up to a magnitude larger within 7 to 10 days. So 7 days from now, well, here, let's just go ahead and look at the calendar. 7 days puts us to next Friday on the 12th. 10 days puts us to the 15th. So over the next 7 to 10 days, in this area, most likely around the deep, we have to look for up to a 7.8. So where do we watch? Well, the good news is the forecasting method is determines the spot to watch by the number of earthquakes occur, and we find the halfway point between the current sets of earthquakes that exist. That's most likely the spot next. So this pretty much puts 2 regions in the crosshairs. One, south side, down here where all the rings overlap. That's South Philippines, Central Philippines. And secondary warned area, it's going to be South Japan at Kyushu. So, Kyushu and Philippines, both should be hit. One should be bigger than the other.
There's the ankle.
And I have to lean towards which way it's going to go.
Left leg just crunching and popping.
Look at which way the arrows go on here. So we're right at
When
that
I'm
break
doing
point
the
where it
toes
could go
against
south,
the headboard bit.
or it could go north. It's a 50-50 on which one's going to get hit with the bigger.
We've now
7.8. If I were to lean
the
towards
straightened
2,
spine.
educated guess based upon past events when I warned for Japan and then Philippines got hit, we'll warn for Philippines. So I'm going to base this on past experience. In the past, when we have deep earthquakes on the Izu Ridge, and I have warned Japan in the past, almost every time, maybe not every time, but almost every time, the earthquake struck south. Whether it was south down by Okinawa, or south on the Izu Ridge, or south at Philippines. When we get deep earthquakes here, tends to strike to the south. Even though I have the double-sided arrows, we've seen it go both ways. Most of the time it goes to the south. So if a big earthquake is going to hit, based upon this deep earthquake now, my new forecast for the next 7 to 10 days, just based on this, for the West Pacific, would be for Philippines, going down into Indonesia right here. Here's Indonesia, here's Philippines. 7.8, next 7 to 10 days. On top of all the other forecasts that I've got going, which is calling for like a 7 in South America and a bunch of other 6s to strike. 7 more 6s are due. 2 have already hit the first day. So first day, we already check off 2. We have 7 more to go over the next 6 to 7 days. We have a week to go, basically, and we're on day 1 and this happens. It's a lot of activity, guys. Now, I do have something else to mention. A new eruption happened over here at Smith Island. Okay, so if you're not aware, over at Smith Island, that's a actual province of India, but a new outbreak there, Barren Island next to Smith Island. A new eruption has happened there, and I have an earthquake warning going from Barren Island at Smith Island down to the edge of Sumatra. So we're looking for an earthquake to strike here, and instead we got a new eruption from a volcano that's not normally on the list much. I have to point that out. So the middle point's filled in there with something. Again, I don't forecast eruptions, but when an eruption that's rare pops off in the middle of an area where I'm warned, I have to tell you about it. So are we going to get the seismic there? We should. Should pop off next to the volcano. How big? We're going up to 6.0 level there as well. That's going to be one of the 6s that pops. Also, check this out. Java got hit. Check that off the list if you were keeping track of areas that we said it was going to be a stepping stone path of 5.
That's as good as I can get it.
6, and then a stepping stone path of 5s. Then we'll get our 6. We have a 6 warrant here at Afghanistan. We have a stepping stone path of 5s, and then we'll get our 6. So it's going to be multiple stepping stone paths of 5s, equidistantly spaced, with our 6s popping off in between those. United States, check this out. West Coast got hit last night going into this morning. I told you guys yesterday, I got on and I beat myself up.
Half in and half out of body at the moment.
And we're looking for up to 5.7 to hit down in Southern California.
You might say my soul don't like the pain, so it allows me to get outside my body.
But it came in at 4.8, 4.9. It was a 5. Let's just call it what it is.
So I don't have to suffer like the state wants me to.
4.8 to 4.9. There's the quake we're looking for, but I'm 200 miles outside of my warned area and 400
Feel my
miles
stomach
down
now fucking freeing up.
So we had warned down here, and instead...
Ah, mate, there you go.
Warned here, and it hit here. And I'm a magnitude off.
So the spinal injuries causing stomach problems.
It's in the proper state.
Hey, Bert!
It's in the proper state, and it's within the magnitude. They did a crazy downgrade on it, but come on. So the way it came in originally, 4.8, 4.9, that's the quake we're looking for. There's a 5 basically in California on the last day of the warning. But it's 200 miles off. Why did it go to the east instead of to the south? So you have to go back 7 days or 8 days.
Dear. Right, I'm going to get the chicken out the freezer in a minute. Have a nice chicken casserole today.
Go down to the east-southeast, down to Southern California. And what did it do?
I'm thinking food now. Now the pain levels are fucking subsiding a bit.
Lake Tahoe area. It still went east-southeast, but just a little bit. Instead of going down the San Andreas.
Yeah, if you see me just staring without blinking, it's half in, half out of body stuff.
Let me show you what I thought it was going to do versus what it did. So 8 days ago, over here, off the coast of Oregon, we get a 5.7, right at this arrow-shaped bend.
Just while the pain levels are that high.
Prompting me to issue the warning to follow the red line down to the south and go down to Southern California and strike with the similar-sized earthquake up to 5.7, striking down there. And
it's like the head things from shaking it, from the nerve damage, mate.
4.7, 1 magnitude less. It's here. So I'm looking for.
That's why my head's moving.
Instead, it went over, and it went straight over to the volcano. So coming out of the Juan de Fuca fracture zone, the wave went straight over instead of down and over. And I normally expect the flow to go down and over this way. So I was wrong, right? But there's the earthquake we're looking for on the last day of the warning. And with their crazy downgrades, I mean, I have to take the USGS for whatever they do report. I'm not dogging him too hard or
Not
anything.
feeling
I
no
see
sciatic
weird
nerve
downgrades hit.
twanging me ears. Just went
When I
fucking
start
weird
seeing
inside of me head, on my
large
left hand
downgrades
side
of
of
some
me head.
kind, I go check the
It's
magnitude
like a
list and
pressure
just go
drop
see what the
inside me ear.
stations show, and go show the station details, for instance. And we go down the list, and you're going to see the way we do this, or the way I do it, is we throw
So
out
everything's
the
starting
high-end
to sort
reported
of,
earthquakes, and we
it
throw
goes
out
again.
the low-end reported earthquakes.
Just in that,
And the broad
just in that
swath
ear.
that's left is what really hit.
So whatever
And as I'm
nerves
scrolling
fucking
down, you're
about
gonna
in my
see,
neck,
let's throw
it's
out the
affecting
5.5
my ear
speed
channel in
reported
that side of my body as
several
well.
stations across California. Let's
There you
throw
go,
out the
now my hip
5.4s
joint's just
and
gone
5.3s.
on the
But
sciatic
let's
nerve
also
side.
throw out the 4.2s, 4.3s, and 4.4s. What does that leave us with?
God for
More
that.
like a 5 to 5.1. Look at how many stations are reporting 5s. Do you think they're all wrong and an egghead in a freaking cubicle farm is right? How could that many stations be wrong? Some of the stations are going up to 5.7. Local magnitude. And you can't tell me that that many stations are wrong. So
Well, they
to
rung
me,
up this
the way
morning,
to do
didn't
this,
they,
and
to
we've done
fucking
this for
check
years, so if
to
you're a new
see
viewer, when I see a discrepancy where they
whether they need to
take
come and
the 5,
section
take
me.
it all the way down to that level, they're watching my updates and they call me IRS. So don't you think that it would be possible that they would downgrade earthquakes to try and negate the earthquake forecasting that they know I am trying to get within a magnitude? If they hadn't called
Now
me
they're
IRS,
actually
none of this
getting
would
proof
happen
of
to
me
like
dealing with my own
conspiracy
injuries.
theory, but with them calling for my arrest and trying to interfere with the research, it's just a possibility. So anyway, it was a 5. And it was on the last day of the warning, and I'm 200 miles outside of my warned area. So I'm not going to be too hard on myself this time. Okay. There's the quake we were looking for, though. And it struck. So this now means Oklahoma is going to get hit. It also means, or the Oklahoma-Texas border region is going to be hit. It could go as far south as into Texas, but I'm thinking Oklahoma. And it should be along the same lines. So what'll happen here is a 4 point something's going to hit, and the USGS is going to downgrade. Not just a little, they'll downgrade it a lot. Because I called for up to a 5 to hit in Oklahoma after California moves. So now Oklahoma's in the crosshairs and in the East Coast over here along next to Washington, D.C. And then Quebec, far northeast, should also get 4.0 level activity. With them doing this, I guess the good news is, I guess you just gotta have to look for 3s, right? No, you'll know it. Force can cause damage and knock things off shelves. They'll gaslight you and tell you didn't feel anything. If you're just now tuning in, a 6.8 earthquake has struck in the West Pacific. The potential exists now for up to a 7.8 around where the deep earthquake is.
Sorted.
This is a deep earthquake down below the plate in the asthenosphere. Semi-melted magma down below the plate. And what happens is this very low, ultra-low frequency wave comes up from down below, and it spreads up to the surface. And when it spreads up to the surface, it actually increases
Where
in
was
power.
the
It's coming
green
out of the
flag
fluid and going into the solid.
on the
It's like a
globe?
wave crashing against the shores, rocky shores of the ocean. That the wave
When I
energy
said
is
sorted.
already in the wave, in the ocean. But it's not realized until it crashes into something. Like the wave power is realized or brought to potential when it hits the object, although the energy exists to begin with in the water as it's going in its wave across an open expanse. The same thing could be said for the seismic wave crashing into the underside of the plate, that when it comes up through the plate, it goes out of the fluid down below in the asthenosphere, the deep earthquake, and this very low, ultra low frequency wave comes up to the surface and then follows to these red lines, path of least resistance. So it's a physical wave of some kind making impact. But it's also electrical in nature. It's some kind of electroplasma. It's definitely some kind of electroplasma. And a guy actually picked up a version of it, a gravity wave in the plate. A guy actually picked up a version of it accidentally back in 2003. Let me try and get that open for you here. This is a website from 2003, and I stumbled across this by accident. It's on vlf.it. This guy, Kurt Dietrich, from Germany in 2003. And he had built his own VLF antenna to listen for VLF signals and ELF signals, extremely low frequency. And he tied it to trees and he set it on the ground, which is okay. But he ended up picking up signals in the ground that he didn't know what it was. And if you want to make the receiver for the ELF receiver amplifier, he's got the schematic on here. If you're an electronics guy or gal or whatever, you guys want to make it, there it is. There, you can make this yourself, or you could probably even buy it. But there's this antenna. He set it on the ground, and he picked up these strange, intermittent, but yet regular interval signals in the ground. And he thought somebody was communicating through the earth. He didn't know what he was looking at. And when I saw this, I'm like, eureka, there it is. There's our standing wave passing through the plate. And he, in Germany, picking it up as it's going around Europe, not knowing what he was seeing, an electromagnetics, electricity, radio waves, very low frequency, ultra low frequency in the plate, and he accidentally captured it by setting this thing on the ground. Now, I propose to you, we could put these in the ground to pick up the signal as it's passing from place to place. And we'd be able to pick up the standing wave of traveling whatever. I call it QLF, quake low frequency, but this low frequency, this gravity wave that's electrically induced passing through the plates, it's passing through this, guys.
Yeah, I'll tell you why they phoned up now, shall I?
We could put something
This
like
morning.
he's showing on his website, the antenna, we could bury those
Well,
in the
I'm
ground.
sorting my spine out properly. I'm just relaxing now. Right, I'll tell you why they phoned up this morning to check on my state of mind. Excuse me.
Before the earthquakes kick off. And you would see it rise and rise and get gain in
Because
power
I've been
as it
getting
rises into itself. And
pissed
it'll tell you
off
that the region's being saturated with
about
the
someone
wave
fucking about
and it's
with
coming
my
through
front
the
and
area.
back security cameras.
Anyway, he didn't know what he was picking up. He thought first it
I
was
said
coming
out
from
loud,
the,
making
electrical
sure
lines.
that next door could hear it.
So signal type 1, a noise
Well,
pattern which consists of a noise period of 20 seconds
if I
and a
catch
silence
'em,
period of 10 seconds.
they're getting
real time.
stabbed up in my
Groups of this
garden.
pattern, consisting of a constant number of noise and silence units, are often interrupted by a longer constant period of silence. So any
I said,
natural
"No,
origin
we'll
can
catch
be
'em."
excluded, he thought, because of the regular interval pattern, not realizing he was hearing a
Because they're
standing
playing
wave
mind
reflecting
games
into
with my
itself. If the world's
PTSD.
organized, standing waves can look very
Deliberately.
organized.
Not
Equidistantly
doing
spaced
anything
apart,
else,
but
just
they're
playing
natural.
mind games with my
When a wave
PTSD.
reflects into itself, it builds
Trying to
back
keep
into
me on
itself,
alert,
and it sorts
in
out
a
the
triggered
natural middle
state.
points and sorts itself. Anyway,
So I said,
amazing that he
if I
picked that
catch
up
'em
in 2003 and he didn't know what
in
he
the
was looking
garden,
at. He tells you how to build it if you want to go build it.
and I'm in a
Process it yourself.
PTSD state, and they end up
now
getting
that we know
stabbed
that this
right
signal
up,
is in the ground and passing through areas and vibrating back and forth, these kind of things could be
I'll
put in
only
the ground and picked
be
up.
defending my life,
And I just
property
hope
and
maybe
livestock, won't I?
somebody would maybe do that at some point. So that all being said, you guys got an earthquake?
Now why did they phone up
Do
this
you know
morning?
what to do?
'Cause
when
someone
an
rung 'em.
earthquake strikes, I guess is the question you should be asking.
I didn't
You're
ring them.
supposed to take shelter.
I didn't
underneath
ask them
a
for help
table or a
outside
desk.
of the PTSD appointment, did I?
Now, do you have an emergency kit? The emergency kit is supposed to get you through the first day or two of a disaster. Change of clothes. set
So
of
who's getting
shoes,
worried about
flashlight,
getting stabbed up?
batteries, first aid kit, sanitation.
Who's really behind
Basics. You also need an ID.
the fucking about with my
ID is the
cameras
way to get a new
while
ID.
slamming
And probably
doors
scan a lot of the
to
stuff that you
remind
need
me of my
paperwise
prison
and put it onto a
experience
Bluetooth flash drive or something, so you don't have to lug around
that
with
I
the
was
paperwork.
set up
A lot of
for
times they'll take that stuff
by
back to digital
a
copies.
actor
So you could have all that on ready to
moved
go.
here
Also,
by
extra sets
the
of keys.
council.
Just the little things you don't want to have to fumble for. If you have to make out of the house in a short period of time, you're going to need an emergency kit.
And the council are the ones abusing the Investigatory Powers Act.
It's going to drain the battery. You're going to need it for text messaging.
But it has to
be
be authorised by the local Conservative MP.
Solar or whatever, which has now changed its path.
Oh, and who does the local MP work
Government
for?
telling you to have a stockpile of food and water. Fill up
Did
the
you hear
gas
that?
tank. What are they trying to do? Stimulate the economy because it's so bad? I don't know. I don't get it. But I always tell my viewers to have a stockpile of food and water on hand. You never
Government.
know what you might need it for, but you'd be better off.
Who does the government work for in this country? Who has the power to sack the government in this country?
Hold on. Breaking news.
Oh,
before we
that's
go.
right.
Hold on.
My Sandringham
5.7
neighbour.
earthquake has struck in Myanmar. Myanmar has now been struck by an upper 5 to low 6. 5.7 striking at the bend in the plate in
So who's
Myanmar.
ultimately
Hold up.
responsible
Let me
for
get
what's
this
being
way
done
back
to me?
on. This is one of the warned areas we were looking for Myanmar to get hit next to Smith Island. Smith Island erupted. I told you about that. Let me tell you about the area we warned. So, we talked about Smith Island.
So I was just watching the alerts from the sports side of it as well coming.
Smith Island, where the
Well, this is going to be a 2-hour video.
Right here.
It's 1 hour 57,
Let's go
so
over to the USGS map.
I'm going to
USGS doesn't even have the quake yet.
round it up at 2 hours.
Hold on.
I'm nearly ready to get up and put my quilt cover
USGS
on now.
doesn't even have the quake yet.
Just letting the final bit of pressure in the lower bit of the spine
They said they didn't want me reporting on quake.
settle down with the
Is it
nephropams.
okay in Myanmar, guys? So check it out, going around the bend of the plate. Look at that. That's where the earthquake struck. Right where the two plate boundaries meet, right where it goes around the bend of the plate. Let me show you what I got on there. Look, there it is. So we were looking for this to happen. We were looking for the spread to go around the bend of the plate. What's happening here is the wave is reflecting into itself. So it's reached over to Iran, and it's reflecting back into itself all the way to Myanmar. It's going to reach back over to Iran and reflect back to Myanmar. And it's going to keep doing that as it tries to make its way around and go over to Turkey. This is a sign. Look at the spacing on this. Wouldn't you say the spacing on these three quakes is just like the spacing on these three quakes? Again, I already showed it to you, but I'll show it to you again. There's our 3 6s there, and here's our 3 5s. Oh, wait. There we go. I'm not doing anything with this, guys. I can turn the rings off. These are the most recent reported quake. So, in other words, the difference is magnitude. So on one side and on the other, the equidistant spacing of the standing wave that I've been talking about this update. This is amazing to see live, isn't it? None of this could have happened 10 years ago or 15 years ago or 20 years ago. I could see how the professionals missed all
Well, I
this.
can
You
see
literally
some of
have
it
to be
at the
doing
moment.
something like this 24/7 to even get it down.
There goes the
Nobody
rib
was sitting
cage.
there with a freaking globe with pins and pin cushions and sitting there plotting earthquakes on a globe. Nobody was doing that. Anyway, there it is. You get to see it real time live right there before your eyes. Somebody was asking me what to look for in the United States during the solar eclipse. I told everybody we're going to see a new swarm outbreak on the New Madrid. It's going to be a swarm. Don't worry. I don't think it's going to go up above anything. I think it's going to be a bunch of small earthquakes, but it should be a big stack of them. It'll be the first swarm on the New Madrid in months. It doesn't have anything to do with the solar eclipse. It has to do with the wave
lot
that's
freer
going across
now.
the United States now. The seismic wave. Again, the 4, whatever. Again, I proved this on the West Coast guys. They did a crazy downgrade to try and hide that shit. Pardon my language, but I gotta say it that way. And so, going around and over to the East Coast,
It's right, that was the bit just
we're going to expect a swarm on the New Madrid. Bunch of small earthquakes, and it might even be on the day of the eclipse.
clicking in my rib cage where I got the
Don't worry, the
busted
National
rib
Guard will be
in
out to take care
prison.
of all the tourist guys. All right, now we're done. So, Myanmar's been hit. USGS doesn't even have the quake on their feed yet. Don't know what to tell you about that. Why are they dragging their feet on the quake where we issued a warning? Another reason for you guys to have a plan, even if you're in Myanmar. I'll be around if anything else happens. I will record this again if anything else happens and upload it to YouTube. Thank you for tuning
That's
in.
it.
Let's just quickly jump over to the live stream and say hi to everybody in chat. Everybody in chat, if you like what you heard, please subscribe to my channel. If you're a new viewer, please, I know everybody asks you to do that, but actually hit the bell and subscribe and all that good stuff so you can get your earthquake updates from somebody who will bring it to you before the USGS even has it, apparently. And if you're worried about the solar eclipse, look at the chat.
Folks, all right, calm down. All right, calm down.
I think you're gonna like what I'm going here. The t-shirt that says,
Just give me a moment.
Shut
the fuck up. Shut up!
This lousy t-shirt. and it's actually pretty funny. It will support my operation if you want to get it.
Trying
They
to
are
listen.
available. You can order them now. They'll arrive after the eclipse. And you know, there's so much doom and gloom going on with this. Here's the shirt. We have it in men and women's. We have it in different colors, gray and blue and white. And yeah, this is for real. I really have this. The link is in the chat room if you want to get them. I'm not pressuring you, but man, I don't hardly ever sell any merch. So if you ever get any merch from me, it's
Give me a
very rare
moment.
to begin with.
I don't
And
want to
this
have a
is the perfect
fucking
one
massive
right here.
blood
This is
rush
one
when I
you
get
can
off
wear
my
with
bed
pride
as
in the
well, do I?
future. It's like 2012. I made these for 2012 when 2012 happened. I'm like, yeah, we survived 2012. I'm like, I have this lousy t-shirt. I still wear it to this day, and people laugh when they see it. Same with this one. They'll remember. Remember when they called out the National Guard and everybody just completely went berserk and crazy? They'll be like, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot all about that. So, anyway, hope you enjoy that, guys. Just had to show it to you. It is a real shirt. It is in my stores. If you want to get it, it will arrive after the eclipse. Assuming we're alive. Now I'm going to end this, and we are going to upload this to YouTube. Glory. Much love. Peace out, guys.
Yeah, there you go. 202. You are a disgusting bitch, aren't you, Lola? That's why I didn't let you on the dog's bedding. Good boys.
I've got good news. Things have changed since I've been streaming on YouTube. I upload to YouTube videos while I'm on YouTube, so I don't have to shut off the live stream.
Oh, I don't have to send this back now, so I don't have to keep the box, do I? I like a bonfire in a little bit.
Even the biggest band would be like, what? But the show still goes on, you know.
That's it.
I feel like a lounge singer singing to
Get off a minute. Get out. Get out. I don't want you in the way.
It's not about how I feel, it's about trying to get the information out. That's what's crucial. You know, we gotta hit a few thousand.
Good boy.
Get the info out.
It's like he's my PTSD trauma dog, so he's just keeping an eye on me, checking.
Into 7 to 10 days at the most. And it's not like I'm gonna have to do a new forecast after these 9 6s hit. Do a switch of already started. Because, you know, honestly, the 5.8
Get out. No, Marnie, stay there. Get out. Take your pissy paws all through my kitchen, that's it. Give me more work to do. Get the fuck out, dirty cunt. Right, let's put my quilt on. Put a clean pillowcase on.